Transport documents mainly refer to the marine bill of lading, multimodal transport document, MTD, the seaway bill, the airway bill, etc. Now let's study these transport documents in detail. Bill of lading. Bill of lading is a document issued by the agent of a carrier to the shipper, signed by the captain, agent, or owner of a vessel, furnishing written evidence regarding receipt of the goods or cargo, the conditions on which transportation is made, contract or carriage, and the engagement to deliver goods at the prescribed port of destination to the lawful holder of the bill of lading. A bill of lading is, therefore, both a receipt for merchandise and a contract to deliver it as freight. There are a number of different types of bills of lading and a number of regulations that relate to them as a group of documents. Clean, on-board, and other bill of lading are commonly seen in practice. Clean bill of lading means that the carrier has noted that the cargo has been received in apparent good condition. On-board bill of lading is issued by the shipping company after the goods are actually shipped on board the designated vessel. Order bill of lading is a title document to the cargo issued to the order of a party, usually the shipper, whose endorsement is required to effect its negotiation. It can be negotiated. A bill of lading is shown in the following sample. Let's see how to complete it. The major items of marine bill of lading are 1. Name of the carrier. The carrier is a shipping company who can either be the owner of the ship or the hirer of the vessel. In the case when the contract of carriage is made through an agent of the shipping company, the carrier should be the shipping company instead of the agent. It is the shipping company who enters into the contract of carriage with the shipper. 2. Name of the shipper. The shipper is also called the consignor who dispatches the goods to the carrier. He can either be the exporter or the exporter's agent. Under letter of credit, the shipper is the beneficiary of the credit. 3. Name of the consignee. The consignee is a party who has the right to take delivery of the goods at the stated destination. The consignee can be made out differently, and as a result, bill of lading takes two different forms: negotiable bill of lading and non-negotiable bill of lading. 4. The notified party. When the importer is not shown to be the consignee, information of the notified party is needed. The notified party is a person whom the shipping company will notify upon arrival of the goods. Usually, he is the importer or his agent. 5. The name of the carrying vessel and the voyage number. 6. The port of shipment and the port of destination. The port of destination is also referred to as the port of discharge or the port of unloading. 7. Marks and numbers. The marks and numbers should be made consistent with those on other documents, such as the invoice or the packing list, etc. 8. Description of goods. A general or a brief description of the goods will do. 9. Total packages. This shows the number of boxes, cartons, cases into which the goods are packed. 10. Freight charges. Freight charges can be made as prepaid or collect. 11. Number of original bill of lading and the carrier's signature. This item indicates how many original bills of lading will make a full set. In practice, full set may contain 2, 3, or 4 originals. 12. The bill of lading issuing date. The bill of lading issuing date is the date on which the carrier received the goods for shipment and or loaded the goods on board the ship. Here is some group presentation about how to fill in the form of bill of lading. Let's watch it.
Now I am going to teach you how to fill in the bill of lading. Here is a sample of bill of lading. It is the shipper's responsibility to make sure the information listed on the bill of lading is exactly right and the same as the buyer's request. Let's look into this sample further one by one. In order to help you better understand how to fill in the bill of lading, we assume there are two companies are trading. WWQ Corporation are going to export some sugar to LSS Corporation. According to the letter of credit, 150 metric tons of sugar, $300 per metric net, CIF London. Full set of Korean on board ocean bills of lading and 2 non-negotiable copies issued to the order of LSS Corporation. Free prepay and notify applicant indicating that bill of lading issued and signed by the carrier or his agent. The shipper here is the name and the address of whom is shipping the cargo. Based on the information we got, the shipper's name here is WWQ Corporation. The address is 8th floor, DY Building, 111 WS Road, Shanghai, China. Consignee should be the name and the address of whom is receiving the cargo. In this case, according to the letter of credit, here the consignee is to the order of LSS Corporation. And the address of the consignee is 55 floor HL Building, London, UK. Notified party is the name and the address of the one should be notified of the arrival of the cargo. Depending on the bill of lading, it can be different from the consignee. Here, our notified party is Smith L Corporation Agency. The address is 77 LT Road, London, UK. When the cargo arrives at the destination, the Smith L should be notified. Bill of lading number is given by shipping company or his agent. Here our bill of lading is SG LSS BL01. The local vessel here should fill in only when it's needed. In our case, we don't need the local vessel, so we keep it blank. Next is the name of ocean vessel and the voyage number. Here the name of ocean vessel is Yixiang. Voyage number is V307. Port of loading is the place which the cargo is loaded onto the ocean vessel. Here our port of loading is Shanghai. Of course, the port of discharge is London. And here is for transshipment too. In our case, we don't need to transship, so we keep it blank. If the final destination are the same as the port of discharge, there is no need to fill in here. This part of information should be finished by the shipper. According to the requirements of letter of credit, the information of marks filled in here should keep the same as the letter of credit. If there is no mark, fill in NM. But we have marks. Here our marks are LSS 11 London 1,500. Number of package are 1,500 pieces. Kind of package is packed in gunny bag. Description of goods is sugar. Gross weight is 300 ton. And measurement is 450 cubic meter. The total number of package or units, 1,500 pieces. The freight and charges are depending on the trade terms. If you use CIF or CFR terms, you should fill in the freight prepay. If you use FOB or FAS terms, you should fill in the freight correct. In this case, according to the letter of credit, we use the CIF terms, so we should fill the prepaid. The revenue term is 301 ton, and the rate is 1% per metric ton. Prepay $300. Prepaid at Shanghai. It is the place we prepay the freight. Next is the place and days of issue. It is the place they signed the bill of lading. We signed it at Shanghai. And the date of shipment, August 15, 2016. Number of original bills of lading. According to the letter of credit, as we mentioned in the very beginning, full set of, it is generally understood as the number of copies of the 3 original. So here we fill in 3. At the end of it, for the master or his agent should sign here. We have LXX Shipping Exchange Inc. Now we have finished the filling process. This is the back of the bill of lading. It has a lot of items, some related rules, treaties, customs, and some rights and responsibility of the carrier and the shipper. And this is a copy non-negotiable bill of lading. The information lists on it are the same as the first page. Now we have finished it all. I hope that this video can help you in filling the bill of lading. Thank you very much.
Multimodal transport document is a document that evidences a multimodal transport contract and the taking in charge of the goods by the multimodal transport operator and an undertaking by him to deliver the goods in accordance with the terms of that contract. It can be made out to order or to bearer, which is negotiable or non-negotiable, one indicated with the named consignee. A multimodal bill of lading, FBL, is an international transport document covering two or more modes of transport, such as shipping by road and by sea. It is also used as a carriage contract and receipt, that the goods have been received. When it is issued to the order, the multimodal bill of lading is title of ownership of the goods and can therefore be negotiated. A combined transport bill of lading is shown in the following sample. Let's see how to complete it. The major items of a combined transport bill of lading are 1. Multimodal transport operator. Multimodal transport operator is any party who concludes a multimodal transport contract and assumes responsibility for the performance thereof as a carrier. 2. Carrier. Carrier is a party who actually performs or undertakes to perform the carriage or part, thereof whether he is identical with MTO or not. 3. Consignor or shipper. Consignor is a party who concludes the multimodal transport document with the multimodal transport operator. The consignor is a shipper who consigns the goods for transportation to the MTO. 4. Consignee. Consignee is a party entitled to receive goods from the multimodal transport operator. Similar to consignee, under the marine bill of lading, the consignee of MTD can also be issued in a negotiable form made out to bearer or to order, or in a non-negotiable form indicating a named consignee. 5. Notify party. When the importer is not shown to be the consignee, his name is to be indicated in notify party. Otherwise, notify party is to be left blank. 6. Pre-carriage by. The space after pre-carriage by is to indicate the name of the pre-carrier. The pre-carrier may or may not be the MTO. 7. Place of receipt and place of delivery. Place of receipt is the place for the MTO to take in charge. Taking in charge means that the goods have been handed over to and accepted for carriage by the MTO. Place of delivery is a place of destination. Within the two places, multimodal transport is provided. 8. Part of loading and part of discharge. Within these two parts, part-to-part shipment is provided. 9. The signature of the MTD. MTD can be signed by MTO, carrier, master, or the agent on their behalf. However, when signing the MTD, the MTO, the carrier, or the master must indicate his identity besides his name and above his signature. If the MTD does not make such indication on its face, otherwise, only the name and signature can serve the purpose. Another transport document is Sea-Way Bill. This fulfills the same practical functions as the bill of lading, but does not confer title to the goods and is therefore quicker and easier to use. It's often used where there is a well-established trading relationship between buyer and seller, or in transactions where ownership doesn't change hands. For example, between divisions of a single company. A Sea-Way Bill is shown in the following sample. The next document is Air Waybill. It is a non-negotiable transport document covering transport of cargo from airport to airport. The Air Waybill must name a consignee who can be the buyer, and it should not be required to be issued to order and or to be endorsed, as it is not a title of property of the merchandise. Since it is not negotiable and it does not evidence title to the goods, in order to maintain some control of goods not paid for by cash in advance, sellers often consign air shipments to their sales agents or freight forwarders agents in the buyer's country. An air waybill is shown in the following sample.